Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM dumpster fire. Am I wearing the same shirt like last week? Yes. But it's because I'm recording all 6 videos in one day because I'm sick and I'm staying inside, resting on the floor. If you know me, you know that I cannot rest. Just can't rest. I like to feel productive and this isn't like taking too much energy from me. So I decided today is just gonna be a batch recording day. And that's why, I could have changed my shirt, but today we're gonna watch an Arbonne Han. I screen recorded this, but I was not listening. I left my phone on the side and let it screen record, so we'll see what happens. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and as always, big shout out to all my channel members. Thank you guys for being here, and these are actually the last videos that I'm gonna record in this apartment in Korea. By the time these videos come out, I'm probably gonna be in Japan. No, not even Japan, I think. Thailand or back in Croatia? I don't know. You can ask me in the comments because we make very last minute plans. So we'll see. Let's just get right into this.
Get ready with me as I expose what it is that I do. I guess it is somewhat intriguing when a lot of people are on my page asking me, what is it that you do? What do you do for work? This and this and that. Like, honestly, not that complicated, not that hard to comprehend. Like, it is literally so simple. Step 1, primer. This is like honestly so used. There's not even like the print on the outside anymore. So what it is that I do, its professional name is called network marketing, and I am an independent consultant with a 45-year-old luxury health and wellness company. I didn't need any kind of degree or prior knowledge or schooling or anything. Like, literally anybody could start this. Onto the skin tint. Basically what it is that I do is that I partnered with this brand, I share their products, I'm able to help other people start the business, and if they do that, I'm able to make commissions, bonuses, earn an income literally from my phone. I do want to add that I have not had any prior sales experience. I worked retail and in a restaurant, but I was never like a sales associate actively on the floor or anything, so this was literally all so new to me. Although I've never had official experience, I never really felt like icky about sales. Like, sales is literally everywhere. It's everything. Everybody does it. I don't care what you say. And with network marketing, it's literally products that you use on a daily basis. So it was like, okay, well, if I'm using it,
not everyone is selling everything at all times. I don't sell anything. I'm a freelancer. It's my own business. Actually, my own business. I'm actually my own boss, which is why I have the freedom to spend 3 months in Korea, a month in Japan, a month in Thailand, and who knows. I'm not selling anything to anyone. So you can't say that everyone is selling, because that's just not true.
I'm going to want to share about it anyway, which we already do. Like, I love this sweater. I tell people where the sweater is from, and that's basically network marketing, but now it's just with a company that'll pay me and not me just recommending things for free. The company that I am partnered with, Arbonne, they have so many products, especially us as women. These are products that we use on a daily basis already. So I was like, why not? Ooh, I spilled. Why not just get paid for it? For example, this skin tint from Arbonne, the skincare that I use from Arbonne, my daily supplements from Arbonne, and literally I'm just making money off my daily routine at this point. That is just one way that we earn, is through the products that I share, and if people order them, buy them through my link, I'll be able to earn a commission. Every single week we get paid out every Tuesday, which has been such an incredible blessing because I didn't even think that was possible. I thought I'd have to wait 2 weeks, a month, 3 months in advance to get my paycheck, but no, this is every single week. You can do a little bit of concealer. Another aspect of this business where you're able to make money is building a team, and a lot of people get very confused by this part. I don't know why, but it's basically like an ongoing referral system, but you help them be successful within the business. Let me explain. So obviously, if there's somebody that I think would want to be doing Arbonne as well and making an income, and they have their own clients and all that stuff, I could refer them into the business and they could be a consultant with me under my team, and I would basically just tell them exactly how I got to where I got to, how to help them get to there themselves, and literally—
Oh, I forgot to read her caption here. It says, what I do, how I started working from my phone and making an online income at 18 years old. She was recruited very, very early. And it's as simple as that, she says. Well, the Arbonne's income disclosure statement is going to be linked in the description box below of my video. As always, you can take a look at it. You're going to see the majority of people are not making any profit as Arbonne distributors. I think she's seeing some success. She has some following on social media. It's probably why she is successful, but you will not be successful in an MLM, Arbonne including, unless you have a big following on social media, which you can recruit into your team, or if you're joining a new MLM company, because most of the MLM companies are oversaturated at this point, and there's data and statistics out there that show that like the majority of people are just not making any profit. You're gonna end up working for free. Also, she mentioned like, oh, she uses Arbonne products like skincare, makeup, and supplements. She is probably spending hundreds of dollars for these products because Arbonne is so expensive. Like Arbonne 30 Days to Healthy Living pack is just 3 products for 1 month supply, and it costs like, what was it? $290 or something. And then imagine spending even more money on like makeup and skincare. They're just way too expensive. I always say this, and it's true, even if I wanted to use Arbonne products, I would just not be able to afford to buy their products on a monthly basis because I am single, I am on one income. I am a one-income household, so it's just wild. But of course, she's not going to talk about how much it costs you and the fact that the majority of people are not even profiting working the business.
Really, if they're successful in this business, I will get a little percentage and override from what they do. And no, it doesn't come out of their commissions, their compensation at all. It's literally extra on top of my paycheck for welcoming them into the business. Otherwise, those sales that they have done wouldn't have been a thing without me referring them into the business. Hopefully that makes sense, but that's literally the simplest way that I could put it. You help other people get involved in the business, you help them grow, you help them succeed, you get an override. If they don't do anything, you don't get paid. It's as simple as that. Someone who has also built a team and has had a massive team globally now, I can say that it's honestly one of the most fulfilling things when you help other people be successful in this business, because it was like...
How do you define your team's success? Because the majority of people in your team are not profiting. They're spending a shit ton of money on Arbonne products. Some of them are probably going into debt trying to keep up with this Arbonne business. So how would you define their success? I'm really curious.
For me, and being able to help other people create that for themselves, literally no better feeling. You do not have to help people start their own business if you don't want to. It is just an extra way of making an income within this business, which I think is honestly so smart. You see so many people doing like referral fees or referral codes. It's honestly just a smart way to build a business. Or bronzer / contour, whatever you want to do. I'm going to use the skin tint, but in the darkest shade. It just gives me more of like that sheer effect instead of it just being so harsh. Like, just watch, you'll see what I mean. Going into schedule and how that all works, you could work on your own time, literally whenever you want, whenever you feel. Honestly, if you have goals in this business, maybe structure out an actual schedule for yourself, but honestly, anybody could do this. I started network marketing when I was 18 years old, working full-time, part-time, and pursuing my dance career, finishing high school, and also supporting my family businesses. So you cannot give me the excuse that time is an issue, because girl, I wanted to make it work, so I made it work. Dedicating time to your business is honestly just doing the things that your mentor says to do. Obviously, a lot of network marketing is sales, reaching out, and just being able to do that outreach personally, which is honestly never really an issue. Of course, if you're sharing on social media, creating content, recording, just all of those kinds of things. With network marketing as well, is that we do have a community, a group, a team, leaders, mentorship, all available to you. You don't have to pay any extra, which is incredible. There are weekly team trainings. There's also global conferences, incentive trips that you're able to earn, so you can kind of factor all of that in. Obviously, did not have all the time in the world when I was working and when I started my business. So what I would do is that I would actually share the products at work with my friends or whoever was there, and they would order at work. Family gatherings were also a really big thing because they would start to see the differences within my skin, my body, and just everything. So it was literally just wherever I was, that's how I would build my business when I started. A lot of people ask me if I also started on social media when I was growing my business, and no, the social media account on Instagram that I have didn't exist when I started my business. I made it after I started my business, just so I was able to reach more people, and thankfully that's exactly what I did. Network marketing and what I do isn't hard, but I will say you do have to be disciplined enough to actually get the things done and not just sit back and think it's all going to come to you overnight. Sorry, girl. Just really came into the mindset of, I'm using these products on daily. I'm using makeup, I'm using skincare, I'm using supplements. I want to get into a healthier routine. I may as well just make an income from it. I now build my business full time, but when I started, I honestly just wanted to make an extra $200, $300, and then obviously it has landed me where I am today, which I'm so grateful for, because if I didn't say yes, girl, I don't even know where I'd be, to be honest. But that is basically all it is that I do, network marketing, and I am expanding my team this month. So if you're somebody that's interested in building an online income, getting started, let me know, comment your Instagram, and I would love to connect with you.
Love how she said, I'm expanding my team this month, as if she's not recruiting all the freaking time. Whenever somebody contacts her, she's gonna recruit them, because the bigger her downline is, the more money she earns based off of their hard work. But there you go. So she joined Arbonne, and then she started an Instagram, maybe a TikTok, I don't know. I know she's got Instagram. I'm not on TikTok, so I don't know, but her social media grew and her reach grew on social media, so she was able to recruit more people into her team. So she's higher up in Arbonne now.
Ready with me before I hit literally one of the biggest milestones in my business to date in the past 4 years. Today is a very exciting day, but let me just explain a little bit about what this is, what are these balloons, and what does it mean. So if you guys do not know, I am partnered with the luxury health and wellness company Arbonne, and within Arbonne you're able to work for yourself, share all their products, make a commission, build a business, and build a team, just so many things. And that was literally nowhere in my field of interest when I was looking for a way to make some extra money when I was working my full-time job, part-time job, pursuing my dance career, like all the things. Like I did not ever think that this business would be something that I do, but hey, hear me out. Sometimes you just gotta take that risk, take that jump, and it's landed me here, and I'm just so grateful that I said yes. So let's get into it. First sip of fizz. So refreshing. Let me take you back to 2021 when I was 18 years old and I was working full-time, part-time, pursuing my dance career, and I was like, girl, let me out of this life. Like I was just working myself to the bone, quite literally. Like I literally had, I don't want to say no sense of direction, because dancing was my career at the time and that's what I was doing. I didn't go to school, didn't go to college, anything like that. Dance was my bread and butter. With dancing, I would be traveling a lot, not just locally, but I would go to like LA, I would go to San Francisco, San Diego, like wherever dance took me, I had to get off work. I had to leave and quit a job one time because they didn't want to give me the time off, so I had to quit. And I was like, no, I want to do something where I'm able to travel, work on my own time, and just have like that freedom, because why not? Mind you, in 2021, like all this stuff wasn't really a thing yet, like online businesses, so I was really like, what am I going to do? But I saw that it was possible. There were literally only maybe like 5 people online that I've ever seen that was, you know, traveling, working from their laptop, their phone, and I had no idea what it was. I was like, okay, well, it's possible, so I want to be one of those people to make it possible. It just came to a point where I was working so much, trying to—
What did she just say? In 2021, there was only 5 people that she saw on social media who were traveling and working, or like nomads. Also, you said you didn't have social media when you joined Arbonne. You made it later. Interesting. Okay.
Dance so much. Like I was just sacrificing so much of my time, the whole trading your time for money thing, but my time was maxing out, but the money wasn't. So funny how that works. So I was literally just put in a position of like, okay, I need to make a change. And now, like, this isn't cool, this wasn't fun as I thought. Like, I want to do more things. I want to put all this time that I'm giving to other people that don't recognize me or give me the recognition, I want to put that time back into myself, which I feel like we need to think about every now and then. Time is literally the one thing that we cannot get back, so we need to start making better decisions. My sister, Riley, she actually messages me one day and she's like, hey family, it's in our family chat. She's like, hey family, like I just started this new business with this company called Arbonne. It's just things all health and wellness. I'd love to have your—
Damn, I was gonna say, I wonder who recruited her at that young age. Shocker, it's her sister.
support as clients in my business. And me as a dancer, I'm like, yeah, like let's see what this health and wellness business is about. Like obviously I could do more things for conditioning or just taking care of my body, and I also wanted to just take care of myself at the end of the day. So I looked into it, and the products, I was like, whoa, like I didn't even know that there were so many things for gut health or just like clean makeup, clean products. Like I was just intrigued. I'm like, okay, I see, like maybe I could, you know, support my sister, get into health and wellness, whatnot. And then comes the time where I'm about to order. Okay, this is where it gets fun and interesting. She's like, hey Reese, like did you place your order yet? I'm like, no, I'm actually just waiting for my paycheck, obviously for me at the time. And she was like, oh, okay, because I just found out that if you sign up this way, you're actually able to make money online while getting healthy by promoting these products. I'm like, okay, let's do that. Like, hello, like I'm getting healthy. I'm gonna be using these products regardless. Like these are things that I need, that I'm looking for. Like why not make money off of it? Hello? Makes sense. And I'm like, okay, like let's do it. So I signed up as a consultant that night. I had no idea what was going on. Like I'm just gonna be so honest with you guys. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what this business was. She literally just threw me into the deep end. Well, her and I, we both didn't really know what was going on. So we were both into this business now.
Well, that checks out, right? She's an 18-year-old. She had no idea what she was doing, and she got big on social media, and that's why she's successful. So pure luck for her, I guess. But it doesn't happen for the majority of people, because the majority of people don't make any profit in MLMs, including Arbonne. The income disclosure statement is going to be linked in the description box as always.
Do not, guys. 1 month into the business, I promoted to the first level of the company, secured my first cash bonus, and was halfway to the second level of the company. I had no idea what that meant. A lot of people think like, oh, you need to be like so well versed, you need to know so many things before you join the business. Like, no, I knew zero, literally zero. I was already working a full-time, part-time job. I didn't have any type of upper hand or advantage as the person next to me that would be successful in this business. Like, I literally started from zero. So with that, I really started to see what was possible. I was like, oh wow, okay, so people are actually doing this. I met the mentors, the leaders, the community. Like, the community was massive. I was like, whoa, okay, there's more people that are doing this, not just the people that I see on social media or anything. Like, people, real people are doing this real business and making real money. Like, none of these people work anymore. Like, a lot of them don't work anymore. They just do their business full time. And I was like, I want to learn more about that. Like, how do I do that? So I honestly just did every single thing that my mentors told me to do. You're gonna do it like this. You're gonna build your personal brand like this. And you're just gonna do this and this and this. Like, honestly, I'm not gonna go into it because it's a whole other thing, but I was just so ready. I was like, I'm ready to do this. I want to do this full time. Like, get me away from my part-time and full-time jobs. Literally 3 months into my Arbonne business, I quit my full-time job because it was starting to replace my full-time job's income, which was insane. So I was like, hey guys, like, I am out of here. So that was how that happened. And then my 6 months in, 3 months after that, I quit my part-time job. And I was like, okay, I'm out of here. That was the one where they didn't want to give me time off. They were literally just like, no, you have to work. You can't leave, because I had to travel for a dance convention. So I was like, you know what? I quit then. So I quit. Never went back to that job after the dance program. I didn't even do the dance program because there was a snowstorm and we couldn't make it anymore. It just worked out that way. That's how it worked out. Then literally 4 years down the road now, 4 years later, I'm 22 years old and we are about to qualify for regional vice president, the top 2% of the company, which is literally so insane to say. I did not view myself as any type of person that would have like this special, you know, like following, social media. Like, I barely was comfortable talking in front of like a phone, a camera. Sometimes I wouldn't even want to order at restaurants. Like, that was me. So if you're thinking about like, oh, I need to be like online, I need to have an online presence, I need to have followers, like, I literally didn't even have this Instagram account when I started, or this TikTok account when I started. I created it like maybe a week after I started my business. And I never say all this stuff to impress you, but to impress
You don't need to have it to start, but you need to have it to rank up and to become more successful in the MLM. You started it 1 week after. Does she hear herself? She's 22. I don't want to be too like harsh on her because she's a kid and she was, well, kind of a kid. She was only 18 when she started it, so I feel like maybe she's brainwashed. Maybe she still doesn't know what she's doing. I don't know. I'm not sure what I think.
upon you what is possible when you just say like, fuck it, let's do it. Like, let's see what's actually possible, because without any risk, you're staying in the exact same place. And I was done living that life of like, okay, let's see what happens next. Let's see where this goes. Like, no, I wanted to make it happen. So now, fast forward now, I do not work a full-time or part-time job. I'm able to travel across the world whenever, wherever that I want. I travel very frequently, literally every other month, just because I can with the flexibility of this business. And I just truly think it's insane that I have helped so many other women across the globe be able to do the exact same thing. I'm Canadian, I'm in Canada right now, and most of my team are in the US, which is so crazy. You don't need to know a lot of people, especially for me. A lot of the people didn't agree to what I was doing when I started. They just thought I was kind of like weird, or they just wanted me to prove to them that it's possible, which I have now. I just made connections online on social media, nothing special, okay, nothing crazy. And that is where I found my team. And I'm just honestly so grateful for every single person on my team, because I would not be here without them. It's just crazy to think that if I didn't say yes, or if my sister never messaged me or never told me about, you know, not even about the business, she just said make money online, get healthy, and I was in. It's just crazy that if that never happened, I would not be where I am. I would not be living the life that I am. Like, it's just crazy to even think that. So that's just a little bit of my Arbonne story and where we are now. Like, it is just insane to think that at 22 years old, this is possible for me. This is possible for other people. Like, I'll just say right now, like, a lot of the people on my team, they are moms. They are moms. They have full-time jobs. They have full-time priorities, full-time lifestyles. You do not need all the time in the world. You do not need a bunch of free time. You do not need a bunch of money. You do not need a bunch of followers. Like, all of that are just excuses that will continue to stay excuses unless you want to make a change. Go back to the beginning of my story. I was working full-time, part-time, pursuing my dance career, traveling, and I was also finishing school and supporting my family businesses, actually. So there was beyond a lot on my plate. But hey, we made this business work because I wanted it to work. Businesses work, people don't. Just keep that in mind.
Businesses work, people don't. Like I said, I think she just got lucky with social media and she grew a following, and that's why she's successful now. But also, yeah, I mean, if you want freedom, you can do other stuff. There are remote jobs that you can get, part-time, full-time, that are 100% remote. Before I started freelancing, I was doing a 100% remote job, and I worked there for almost 3 years, and I only went to the office like 2 times because I didn't have to and I didn't want to, so I didn't go. Unless it was like absolutely mandatory or something like that. So I don't really remember. I now do video editing as a freelancer. I'm able to travel. I've been traveling for the past 5 months. I've been in Asia. So the difference between me and 99% of people in MLMs is that I am actually a business owner. This is my business. When you join an MLM, you're not a business owner, you're an independent contractor. And also I make profit based off of my work. From day one, I've been profiting from my work, comparing to most people in MLMs who work for free and they never make any profit. The income disclosure statement is below in the description box if you want to take a look at it. I'm gonna wrap that one up here. Thanks so much for watching. Please let me know your thoughts below, and don't forget to like if you enjoyed the video. As always, big shout out to all my channel members, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.